You have to stabilize your ability to live in the end. What would it be like if that thing was already done? Oh, it's done.
That's easy.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine, and we're going to talk about living in the end with your specific person. So if you're having trouble with this, I'm going to tell you how to get to the point to where this is very easy to do. And if you're not having trouble with it, but you just don't know what to do, this video is also for you. Now, if you like this video, you're definitely going to like my video on how to ignore circumstances with your specific person. So I'm going to have a link to that at the end of this video. So first, let's talk about how to live in the end when you're kind of having trouble with this. So if you're having trouble living in the end because every time that you think about your specific person, it just kind of opens up this can of worms where you remember all of the bad things and how they rejected you or the third party. If this story is what comes to your mind and it's like a difficult story for you and you're wondering, how do I get over this? Here's what we're gonna do. Living in the end in the way that you really want to bring it about as quickly as possible is only possible if you are in a stable state first. So stabilizing your state is number one priority. If your manifestations are dependent upon your state of being, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your state of being, then you have to stabilize your state before you can actually deliberately manifest that outcome that you want. You have to stabilize your ability to live in the end. So I'm going to tell you how to stabilize your state so that you can then have the control to focus in the way that you need to focus to manifest your specific person and live in the end. The first two things that I'm going to tell you are things that I've talked about a lot on this channel. If you have not heard me talk about this before, or if you're new, make sure that you are catching up on my playlists. I have a specific person playlist that I highly recommend, but the new videos are also really important. So really, if you're looking to stabilize yourself, surround yourself with that information. I have over 140 videos for you guys, and having that repetition in your ear helps to stabilize your state and reinforces what you want to be doing. But the first real step is answer mode. I'm going to give you really quick on what answer mode is. Answer mode is when you drop all notion of circumstance, when you drop all of the words happening in your mind, when you drop all of the thoughts and you just be in this moment. You train yourself how to be in this moment, dropping all notion of circumstance, dropping all the story and mind noise, and then you find yourself in a state of relief. Be like, you know what? I think I'm actually okay right now. I think I actually feel okay right now. I think I'm all here. You know, I'm okay. I think, and you try to find the peace in this moment that has nothing to do with the circumstances. So eliminate all notion of circumstances in your mind. Drop the mind. Practice dropping the mind, dropping the mind, dropping the mind. Underneath the mind, there is stability. There is peace. There is this ability to be the person that you want to be, who can think and feel the way that you want to think and feel to manifest what you want. So answer mode is a skill that you want to practice. Don't feel bad if you're not getting this right now, okay? Like, it is a skill. You have to keep practicing it, and you just, every time that you fall off the horse, you just get back on and you just keep on going. You'll thank me in a week or two. The second thing that I want to talk about is God state. Now, I really like doing God state with my, state akin to sleep, like Neville Goddard says. I like to do this at night as I'm going to bed. I manifest myself into a godlike state, and in the morning I think about it, and throughout my day I think about it too. It's just very quick for me. I'm practiced in it. So I think about, oh yeah, God state. It's this concept that I have of myself that I keep reminding myself about. But this is basically when you are manifesting yourself as a person that can manifest what you want to manifest. So you're changing the concept of yourself. So whatever concept of yourself that you have probably includes limitations. So with the practice of God state, and by letting that be your main practice instead of the old practice of limiting thoughts in when it comes to the way that you think about yourself, you're going to outweigh the old concept, and in comes the new version of you, right? So practice thinking about yourself in a godlike state. So that means, I know how to manifest everything that I want. I know how to manifest what I want. I am that person. Thinking about what that feels like to be that person who knows how to manifest what you want. If you manifest yourself to be a person who knows how to manifest what you want, you're always going to know what to do to manifest what you want. And even if it's not there, it's not going to be a problem because you're just going to know what to do. So that makes it so much easier. I also throw in there, I know exactly how I manifest every specific detail of my reality. I know exactly how to create the specifics of my reality, and there are no mysteries to me. That makes the invisible become visible. If you like these steps and if you want to know more about this, make sure that you pre-order my course down below, or it might, I don't know if you can still pre-order it anymore, but order my course. It's the 7 steps to consistent instant manifestation. Also, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, ring the bell button, all that good stuff. Besides those 2 steps and, practicing this when you're going to sleep, besides those things, I would also practice just focusing on fun, things that feel good, focusing on having fun. This cannot be understated. I mean, anytime that I have created something really awesome and amazing in my life, it was always because I was just like, fuck this, I'm gonna go have some fun. And then it's like blows up. Because what? Because when you focus on something, it grows. So if you focus on having fun, only more fun can come of that. Now, it's not trying to have fun, it's just like letting yourself go in that fun direction. If you are already pretty stable in your state and you're just like, what am I supposed to think to live in the end? First of all, what would it be like if that thing was already done? If it was already done, what would you be doing? Well, you wouldn't be thinking about trying to make it happen, that's for sure. You'd probably be somewhere, anywhere, throwing your head back, laughing, and having fun, and talking to people, and not thinking about this at all. Living in the end could be represented by you saying, you know what, it's done, I know that it's done, what's for lunch? And then you go off and forget about it. So that's like a set it and forget it approach. Living in the end can be as simple as surrendering it and letting it go and not having to think about it because it's already done. It's just like breathing. Breathing, oh, so easy. I can breathe so easy. I never have to think about it. Exactly. Why? Because that's how much that breathing is done. Okay, and like fill in the blank with whatever example that you want with easy things that are done for you. How often do you think about things that you know are done? Like water. We don't think about that much unless we're drinking it. It's done. So that is how it feels when you're living in the end with something, when you're just so certain of it, when you just know it so well, you can put it out of your mind because it doesn't require any thought. So that's what I encourage people to do when they're able to do that. That's a phase 2. So I call this phase 2 when you're stable, and phase 1 when you're not really feeling stable. But when you're in phase 2 and you're feeling really stable, you don't have to think about something to bring it about. You just say, oh yeah, that's gonna happen. You forget about it, it happens. If you can't do that, go back to the steps that I gave earlier in the video. Practice that until you're stable, until you can say, oh, it's done. And you know what? If you like visualizing and if that makes you feel good, and if you want to do that before you go to bed at night, great. But I would not forsake answer mode and God state or any of the other things that I said. You can add that to what you're already doing. But if thinking about your specific person's situation throws you off in any way, I would not suggest that you think about it. I would suggest that you think about anything that feels good, even if that means you have to go as general as answer mode and God state. Because what's more important than anything else is that you have a stable state, okay? Because when you're living in the end, that's very final. Like you can't be going back and forth with this living in the end stuff. Otherwise, you're not doing it right. You're not actually living in the end. If you're trying to live in the end and then you say, what if it didn't work? No, that's not living in the end. Living in the end is set it and forget it, right? So if you're feeling unstable, you want to make sure that you are just staying on any track of mind that is going to keep you feeling stable, even if that means don't think about your specific person. Because what did I say in phase 2 when you're finally stable? I said you probably don't need to think about it at all. Same thing. The myth is that you have to think about something specific in order to manifest something specific. Well, there's billions of specific things that you manifest every single moment of the day that you didn't think about. Lots of things that you had no idea were coming because you weren't thinking about it. Like, for instance, there's a green highlighter in the corner of my office right now. I did not deliberately try to bring that into being because that's not even necessary. You don't have to think about something specific in order to bring it about. These things happen automatically. Manifestations happen automatically. And two, if you are thinking about something specific to try to bring it about from an unstable place, you'll get the opposite. Surrender is only possible when you are living in the end. When you're living in the end, that's the only time surrender is possible. So don't see surrender and living in the end as two different things. Surrender means surrendering the problem, letting go of the problem, letting go of the instability, letting go of your doubt, letting go of your fear. It means letting go of the problem. Same thing as living in the end. Letting go of the problem. What problem? I don't know, I forgot about it. So that's how I would do it. And if you're still watching this video, that means that you did like it and that it did help you. So make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button, and hit all to get all of my notifications. If you want to work more closely with me or get more notifications or videos from me, make sure that you sign up for emails. I do have a membership group that you guys can join for more support and community. If you would like to know about coaching programs that I have available right now, you can check that out in the description below. Here's that video that I told you to check out on ignoring circumstances with your specific person. Here's the playlist that I highly recommend you catch up on. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.
That was easy.